Do you feel the pulse?
GNT Sports Talk, right back at it, episode 132. But this episode is going to be a little different. This episode is going to be a little outside of the lines that you're used to us having, but it's one of importance. Today, we actually have two awesome and incredible parents, two mothers that's raising their children with autism that's on the spectrum. And tonight isn't anything that's that's light on our heart. There's something that we wanted to highlight. So we want to broadcast and bring to light the strength and just honor these parents that we know that's dealing with a lot with their children that's on the spectrum. So it being Autism Awareness Month, we want to highlight these young ladies. Let's get it. Before we truly get started, I just want to go ahead and just put this out there right from the very beginning. Because of the severity and the seriousness of our episode today, if there's any kind of, and Tone and Joe will understand this, any kind of strange comments that will pop up onto the pod, don't be surprised if I do not highlight them because of the severity of this episode. So keep it clean, keep it classy, people. I know y'all guys will, because that's just what my people do. To our Instagram family, we thank y'all so much for flooding the gates already. Or YouTube, I see y'all guys piling in. Let's get into this conversation. I got to introduce my peoples, though. Tone, the promoter. What's good, brother?
Yizzo. You man, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know who I am, man. Tone, the promoter. Glad for this episode. And what I want to say as far as them YouTube comments, Cap, don't even put them joints up no more. I mean, let them lames be lame over there. You know what I'm saying? We about business over here. GNT Sports Talk, man. Let's get it.
Bird gang in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? GNT Sports Talk, Bird gang in the building. Let's get it.
I am so happy to go ahead and say this lovely name because we've been talking about this for a while. We have one of the awesome parents. Miss Brittany is in the building. Hello, my dear. Introduce yourself to the folks.
I'm not good at this. I'm Brittany. I'm a mama of a 7-year-old autistic boy.
And that's the importance of this whole entire day. And last but not least, you may not see the face moving, but you will definitely hear the voice and the passion with it. Back is Miss Bree in the building. Miss Bree.
Welcome back. Hey. Thank you for having me back. I truly, truly appreciate it. I'm glad to be back.
And that is our panel for this evening. And what a time to have to highlight my three parents that I have that's here, because as Tone know, Joel know, we've been trying to have this conversation this whole entire month. Things kept happening, people want to have concerts and Tone want to be late with stuff, but it was important for us to have this conversation today, it being the last Wednesday of April, and we always wanted to highlight the strength of our autistic parents. Well, I'm sorry, our parents with children with autism. If I messed that up, I'm sorry to all of y'all, but I love every single one of y'all. But first things first, I just want to give praise and honor to Tone, to Brittany, to Bree, for the outstanding work that y'all guys do as parents, because y'all guys are not just parents. y'all guys are like super parents. We see what y'all guys do on a regular basis for your children, and that needs to be highlighted with, having children that's on the spectrum, especially younger children that's now that y'all guys are working with. So I just want to highlight y'all, and that's what this episode is about. Joel, I'm sure you wanted to say something first before we get started with for our guys.
No, I just want to thank Brittany and Bree for jumping back on, returning this year, and welcoming Brittany joining the panel with us today and highlighting you guys. And just like obviously we tell Tone all the time, but it's important to him, but we made it important to us as a podcast, making sure that we took the meaning of this month and took it and ran with it. And last year we did it, and I mean I couldn't wait for this episode. So let's get it, man.
Hey Tone, you being our normal guy that's here, one of the staples of this podcast, it's only right if you actually give out the first question to either Britt or Bree.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank y'all for joining the panel. Brittany, nice to meet you. Thank you for accepting the invitation to come on the panel. Bree, thank you for coming back on the panel. And I ain't gonna front. I ain't really got no questions prepared, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. I just want to, just commend y'all, commend y'all for, what I mean. Obviously, of course, our children, what I mean. You don't have a child and then just give it back, or what I'm saying, don't want it because of, what I mean, whatever the case may be, what I'm saying. But to take on, what I mean, what we've taken on, what I mean, the acceptance of, what I'm saying, the diagnosis of our children, man. We gonna love them, what I'm saying, till the wheels fall off and to the end of our time, what I mean. So I commend y'all, what I mean, just for being, being that, sticking with it, what I mean, not giving up. You know what I mean? Because this walk, what I mean, at least for me, what I'm saying, it's not the easiest thing. You know what I mean? Every day something new, or every day, you just learn something new. And what I mean, just I think with the way we are involved in our children's life, working with them every day, what I mean, yeah, accepting what they have, but just in your mind also thinking that they can overcome, what I mean, overcome it. You know what I mean? No, they may not, but in your heart, in your mind, if you go ahead and press on and lead with that, things can happen. You know what I mean? And when my son was first diagnosed with autism, and he wasn't talking, of course, when he was little, and that was just the main really question I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like, will he ever talk? And you know what I mean? I got answers from doctors. They wasn't sure. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. Some kids do talk, some kids don't. And you know what I mean? And it's not that I ever went home, what I'm saying, one day after hearing that and was just like, oh, my son is never going to talk. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? He went to school, he got speech therapy, you know what I mean? I talked to him, I had conversations with him. He has a, you know what I mean, worker, like extra help that comes to the house and work on things with him. And you know what I mean, just throughout the time. And yes, it's a journey, you know what I'm saying, and there's steps, you know what I mean, along the way. And my son, he knows how to spell his name, he know how to count to like 20, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like things that, what I mean, he does that I'm surprised about, you know what I mean? Because like I said, given that diagnosis that he had, you know what I mean, you just thinking like, he won't ever be able to do anything. But then, the progress reports that they be sending home, like this dude. First off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be talking to my son, I'll be like, yo, man, I'm gonna break you up. I'm gonna beat you up, young boy. Like, what is you doing? Like, he be doing so much things in school. You know what I mean? We be seeing these reports, you know what I'm saying? But when he get home, he don't want to do nothing. But that's only because, you know what I'm saying, I think he knows obviously like I'm his dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him dressed, I'm gonna put his shirt on, I'm gonna put his shoes on, you know what I mean? He's just used to that and he just be kicking back. But the school said my man know how to get dressed, I put his shoes on, I do everything. But I'm like, well, when we home, he's just sitting there handing me stuff and act like he don't know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen here, young boy, we ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, with the hard work that he's putting in, you know what I'm saying, as well by going to school, wanting to learn, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy at first when he was going to school, man, because he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. He would snap out. He would, you know what I mean, fall out on the ground, like, and then don't let me take him to school. He wouldn't want to get out the car. You know what I mean? One want to get out the car. I would have to circle the block 3 times to make sure my son went inside the school. You know what I'm saying? Or I was gonna take him home, even though I know he shouldn't have been going home. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want him all laid out on the ground and you know what I mean, crying and screaming and crap. But they was like, listen, man, if you keep rewarding his behavior, you know what I'm saying, with like just giving him what he want, all he gonna know is that all he gotta do is pass out, fall out, and whine and cry, and dad gonna take him home. So you know what I mean, that part I would say is the roughest part. You know what I'm saying? With this transition, going through everything, man. You know what I mean? Trying to. I know that's my boy, you know what I mean? That's my kid, but I know he has to learn, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be obviously times where he's going to have to face this world without me, you know what I mean? And I definitely want him to be prepared and be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like Cap said, man, Joel and him, they know how, and Bree as well, you know what I'm saying? Know how how deeply involved I am, you know what I'm saying? In my son's life, man, and his progressions, man. And like I said before in the episode, like I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop, man. I could have one arm, one leg, one eye, one lip, whatever, man. Like nothing's gonna stop me from, you know what I'm saying, helping my boy rise to the top, man. So again, like I said, I don't know what level it is that y'all go through, you know, the autism on. I know it's different levels, you know what I'm saying, but I commend y'all, you know what I'm saying. I just pray for y'all, you know what I mean, as well, and ask that y'all stay strong, which I know y'all are, you know what I'm saying, and then let's keep on rocking. Let's keep on rocking,
Mhm.
because this is definitely, you know what I mean, definitely I guess you know what they say, that you play the hand that you dealt. Yeah, keep them cards coming, man, because I love my young boy. So, you know what I mean? It ain't no step back. It ain't nothing that I regret. It ain't no, oh, I wish my son was this way. Nah, man. God knew what I needed, you know what I'm saying, for a testimony for somebody else. And I'm gonna be that. And I'm gonna be that. And I could be a testimony for my son. You know what I mean? Like he, you know, might, you know what I mean, get up here later in life and be like, yeah, my dad was, you know what I'm saying, that bull. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never, you know what I mean, turn his back, look away, man. Cause and the reason why I'm saying that a lot, like not turning my back, looking away, because man, when he's in the new school, well, he's been in the school for 2 years now, but when we got him into the school and I went up there, you know what I mean? Because I want to know what schools my son's going to. I want to see what he got going on. I want to see the curricular activities, things like that they got going on, the program that they running up there. And man, the dean of the school probably thanked me about 3, 4 times, you know what I'm saying, just for coming. And it was his main reason was just like, you know, you don't see dads here, you know what I mean, that often. Like it's just the moms. Like the moms be up here and then they may have other kids. And I was like, yeah, I said, I can't speak for all fathers, you know what I'm saying? But I can definitely speak on, you know what I'm saying, the 3 that I got. And I've been there every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? Every step of the way. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm locked in. I'm a lifer with it, you know what I'm saying? Locked in, you know what I mean? So again, man, I just pray for y'all, commend y'all. And once again, thank y'all for joining the show.
Before I go ahead and then pass the baton right over to Brittany, because get yourself prepared, Brittany. I'm going right to you, my dear. All right, so we want to thank Dell for purchasing that Autism Awareness shirt on our shop. We definitely appreciate you. Trust me, that is one of the products that's on our site that means the most, because the proceeds of that is going to go to a really good cause. So we
Wait,
really
who that?
appreciate
Who's that? I'm sorry, I can't really see the screen.
a Delph
But
pick.
okay, you said they bought something from the store, the autism joint.
Yep, autism awareness shirt from our shop.
Solid. Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you. Oh, my man. It's my man Noah from my job. Appreciate you, bro. Definitely appreciate you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. People we know. All right, Britt, I'm going to go right to you. So the first question I have, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about I want to say little man, but I know he's a big boy. So tell me tell us about about your son, and what was it like to hear when you first realized that he was on the spectrum?
I'm sorry, his name is Tone, right? Who just got done?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Very much felt what he said, because it was about my son not talking. My son's vocabulary is very limited. My son was very aggressive when he wasn't able to communicate. I was picking him up every day from daycare, from putting holes in the wall to what broke the camel's back was when he took a metal water bottle and he smacked a kid across the face with it. When I pulled up to the school, there was a lot of kids in the classroom. You know, I always had a feeling, but his dad's a little old school. So I pulled up to the classroom, and I can tell the environment alone was triggered. Like he was melting down. He was saying help. That was probably the only word he could really say in context besides mom, dad, no, yes. And I told his teacher, I said, you know, he's saying help right now. And she's like, he could say help? I said, ma'am, he's been saying help for 2 weeks. I walked over to his cubby. I pulled out all his stuff that was supposed to stay there. I pulled up, I got in my car, I called his dad. I said, he ain't going back. They said, what? I said, he ain't going back. I went into work the next day. I got with my boss. She sent me overnight so that I could be home during the day with him. I started making a curriculum. I started looking into autism. I started to go deeper into it. I got my son talking in about 2 months. And then once I got him into a special program type daycare center that was starting to help, he was excited to go, all that stuff. Problem is, when he was diagnosed, they tried to just throw him into school. They put him into a kindergarten class that lasted less than 2 hours. They pulled him and put him in a specialized classroom that lasted a week. Then he was one-on-one, and he was hating school. He didn't want to go. It was a torture. And then now we're in first grade. We're on our third school now. Thank God that this school came about, because it's a fully autistic special needs program school. So they are like on top of everything that he needs and on top of like his progression and everything like that, because I felt you, Tone, because my son, he will live a happy, normal life. It's about what you put into your kids. Because, you know, you go to those schools and these teachers are like, thank you so much, because these parents will ignore it. Like if you ignore it, the prime time is now. Now is the time to take that time, that energy to learn them, to learn where they're at on the spectrum, what is making them tick, what is making them aggressive, how we can learn it, because that real world don't stop for nobody, like at all, whatsoever. My son has went from being fully aggressive during meltdowns to sometimes we have our bad days, but they're far and in between now. So like night and day. So yeah, I don't know where else to go from here.
Well,
yeah.
we're going to continue to go ahead and climb up the ladder that you're doing. Because,
he's in ABA right now. So like we just finished the however many rounds of evaluations, and his school contacted me. He's in an ABA program in his school now. His vocabulary is crazy. Larry, I know I was just telling you, like, what, last week? I said on May 2nd was the first time my son said, I love you too. First time, like 6 years old. And the other day I asked him, I said, Aiden, did you go potty? And he goes, yes, mommy, I did. And I just sat there and stared at him like, bro, the difference from less than a year to where we're at, like, you just got to keep fighting. You just got to keep, and like, you are literally fighting the system that's against your child, the public that's against your child. Everything is, the system is not like, autism parents, we go to the park and we are on full-fledged ready for war just to go to the park, just in case, to defend our kids, especially ones that don't have the vocabulary. Kids are mean. They're going to find them kids that can't tell on them. They're going to find those kids to pick on them. You know what I mean? You got to learn that language. And it's like, it's scary. It's scary. So you have to be ready for war all the time.
Okay.
well, you know, it's one of the reasons why, you know, I definitely wanted, you know, your voice to be on here tonight. It's because I do see that there is no limit to the fight that you have for your son.
No.
You know, there's no limit, absolutely none. And there's, you know, there's
his daddy ain't even safe.
Yes, this I know. Had many a conversation where we had to calm each other down because of situations. And I know Dad was one of those conversations. Always.
Don't get me wrong, he's a great dad. He's,
yeah,
you know what I mean? He loves his son. But when it comes to this spectrum, I learned it in and out for a reason. Because like, you gotta learn it. You gotta be with it. You gotta get with it. Or you ain't gonna get nowhere.
and is the other young lady that I always admired is Miss Bree. I know I wish I could see your face, but it's okay. We're gonna rock and roll with just your voice because your voice has a whole lot of power. Uh, I I know, and knowing your story, it mirrors very well when it comes to Brittany's. So, give us, what you feel as though is especially important. We heard your story last time, but there's so much more to your story. So please go ahead and give us what you feel as though you want to give us.
Yeah, so I mean, I spoke last time. My son was diagnosed at 2 years old. I kind of knew, I felt it. Like a mother knows, a father knows, a parent knows. He was walking late. He went from being like when he was like 7 months to like 9 months, he was blabbering a lot, but then it just completely stopped. So I was like, yeah, something's wrong. So I fought, and I mean, his dad again is old school, so he was kind of against it, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna fight, and I know something's wrong, and if we don't get him help now, I feel like we'll pay for it later. So he was diagnosed at 2. We did it like intensive therapies, like 7 to 8 therapies a week. I would make sure that my schedule would align with it. I would come home, rush home on my breaks, to get him where he needed to be. Um, and then I got him in a school that, thankfully, when he was in pre-K, I got him in a school with people that I knew, so that was beneficial. But getting him, similar to Brittany, getting him into the school district was kind of different and difficult because, again, I'm not settling for bare minimum when it comes to my child. When it came down to getting him in school, they were telling me, "Oh, I feel like he might be misdiagnosed. Oh, I think he needs to be evaluated again." And I'm like, "Okay, we could do that, but we can do it as many times as you want." But my son is autistic, right? So they were trying to, do the bare minimum. The school that he was placed in didn't give autistic support at all. So they were like trying to say, "Oh, we're gonna hit you with truancy." That's fine. I go to truancy. My son's still not going to a school where I feel as though it's not going to benefit him. And I fought and fought and fought. Finally, I got him placed in a school. Granted, it's an all-inclusive school, but he is in a autistic support classroom with 7 other kids. He's had the same teacher since kindergarten, which I'm very, very grateful for because she goes to war with my son when it comes to him. There's been predicaments lately that I struggle with. I know last year when I spoke on this podcast, it kind of was like everything was peaches and cream. Over the last year, my son actually has grown with aggression. Um, and it's like it's a little bit touchy for me. I'm sorry, but
It's good.
Listen, I could dig it.
It's good.
I can dig it.
um, but as Brittany
Same.
says, like, yeah,
Same.
like you have to learn. It's difficult because in those moments, like I'm gonna be raw and uncut. As a parent, like as an autistic parent, like it's okay to not be okay. And I feel like we a lot of times we just keep going and we keep going and we keep going.
Hmm.
And those some nights it's difficult because it's like you're trying to keep going and it's like I can't. Like I need a minute.
You gotta
And
fight yourself.
yep,
You have
Mm-hmm.
to fight yourself to protect your child, which is
exactly.
crazy.
Yep.
Like,
Because your
like,
mental is gonna affect your child at the end of the day as well.
like I
Because
tell people, I said, imagine getting like kicked in the face. Imagine just
mm-hmm,
getting punched, your hair getting
mm-hmm,
ripped out. They try and break windows, but you can't. And your first reaction, like I know how I grew up. Your first
right,
reaction is to fight back,
right.
but you can't. They don't. And then they calm down and they feel so bad. Like it's
Mm-hmm. And that guilt
yeah,
too, though, like just being like when it comes
rips
to
you
the
apart.
aggression. Yep, that guilt that comes with it because so like
Yeah.
for Noah, it's when things are like unstructured for him. So like an example, there was this one week where his dad, we rotate weeks. So we do 7 days and 7 days, and that's what works for Noah. At one point we were doing like 3 and 3, 2 and 2, and it just was not working out. So 7 and 7, it was like, okay, this is what's best for him. But this one particular week, his dad's mom helps out a lot with Noah, right? So she ended up going to Costa Rica. So we asked, hey, can we like switch days or whatever the case may be? So I was like, yes, fine, that's cool. So we switched days, and then I noticed like Noah was like coming home like so at this time, if you guys, well, Larry knows, Tone knows, my son had long hair before, my youngest son. But we cut it all off. So before Noah, when he would get aggressive, he would try to pull Tank's hair. But now Tank doesn't have hair. So now he's going for his throat, right? So he's trying to like chokehold him. And I'm like, whoa, no, we can't do this, right? Trying to break it up. And then Noah's charging at me. And it just was like random spurts of aggression. I'm like, where is this coming from? And I'm upset at him. And I'm like, I can't be upset with him because he doesn't understand what he's doing right now. So like I would just I would sit down and I would just be level set with him, like eye to eye, like, Noah, do you need a hug? What's wrong? Talk to me, you know? And then eventually, like, now he breaks language. So he'll say I'm upset, or he doesn't say I'm mad, but like he'll say I'm upset or I'm sad. Or if what also works too is if he's doing that, I say, Noah, you're upsetting mommy. And then he'll just stop. I don't know if that's like a trigger word for him or something. He'll just stop. But the aggression portion of it, it definitely over the last year has been a little bit up and down with me. And I find myself kind of getting like, I'm not gonna lie, I went into like this depression spiral. And
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy because Tonals, Rachel that works at Northeast now, she I was coming into work like not having it. Like I was overstimulated. I didn't want nobody talking to me. If
Bawling
somebody
my
knocked on the
eyes out
door,
all day.
I'm like, what the heck? Like, what do they want? And like, and then when they open the door, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, how you doing? Because then I gotta adjust my face. But she's behind the doors, like seeing me through this, and I like commend her because she every single day, even if I was like miserable, she poured into me, and I feel like that also matters. And I want to announce that on this call too, because your village is like the most important. And if you got people that pour into you in the midst of it and bring you back to life, that definitely is very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year when I was going through it the worst, kind of like what you sound like you're going through now, Bree. Like, and I mean, like everything triggered me. I would bawl my eyes out every day
Mm-hmm.
because every morning was a fight, every day was a fight, every night was a fight, and it literally like you feel battered. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, and by God's grace, man, when I went through the worst and the rock bottom of it all, it was like they just kept coming. People from my job just come. I have a cousin with autism. I have this with autism. I
Yep.
have this, and like thank God for those people because those people just resonating with the fact I'm getting emotional. Those people just resonating with what you go through daily is
Mm-hmm.
enough to help, bro. Because
Because
you
our
don't know unless
world,
you know.
mhm. And a lot of
Right,
people were
right.
saying,
Yup.
I said it last year, a lot of people will say they understand, and it's no bash to the people that don't have child
Right,
with
right.
autism, and it's like no hard feelings when I say this, but a lot of people will say they understand, but like unless you're really like close to us and in our world and seeing what we're going through day by
Hmm.
day, you really don't know like the feelings, the grief, the emotions, and putting up a fight. Like obviously we love our children and we're going to
Mhm.
be strong for our children, but it's not easy, and I feel like being a parent is hard enough, but being a parent
Hmm.
of a child with special needs is like you're fighting for them, you're fighting for yourself. If you have other children in the mix, you're fighting for that child. Like with my youngest, I always got to express to him, like, he'll be like, Mommy, I don't understand why like Noah's doing this. And now I'll say, like, my brother has tism. And if he can't, because Noah doesn't know how to say his name, but Tank will be like, oh, his name's Noah. And he'll answer for him. But even now, like, sometimes I still have to explain to him, like, your brother, oh, well, why can Noah do this? Well, your brother's autistic, right? And it's a lot.
Mm.
It's it's an amazing thing because uh what you don't know, Bree, is that I kind of reached out to Brittany because I knew, Bree, you wanted to touch on the subject of aggression. And I already knew Brittany's history with her son with aggression. But what I did not know is how many people was going to resonate with that, because we have I am Sunny D. Sunny D was on with us last year. She's definitely been a friend of the GNT family, and she's dealing with the same thing with her, with her little one. Noah, that's on here, is commenting on his brother and how he was aggressive as well. It's going to show that once again, y'all guys aren't by yourselves in this. It's a lot of people that's fighting this battle with y'all, and there's victories in the midst of all this. In the midst of y'all guys crying, in the midst of y'all guys tears and emotions, there's definitely victories there, and that's the biggest thing that I really love seeing. I really do.
I think like the main alone feeling comes from because like you'd be surprised how many people like this there is like a community, and like I am grateful for that community, but you'd be surprised how many family and friends are gonna poof, and I mean like disappear. So like that village that usually you have sometimes is a lot harder, like, and this is coming from a personal space because in reality my son has me and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There is
Mm-hmm.
literally no one else that can watch
Well,
our
you have
child
me
be around.
now. Had me.
So like
Mm-hmm.
the community is so helpful, but like friends gone, family every once in a while because it's hard for them, which I get.
You know,
And I'm thinking,
I get that part too, and it's like I feel like that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like me and his mom that obviously will go to bat for him, and I think inside of me, man, for real, yo, just stop giving a fuck about everybody else or anybody else.
yep,
You know what I mean?
which is
Like,
fine. It's easier.
right,
Like,
right,
and I,
right,
because
and
the
because I think it'll
inconsistency
help
makes it
yourself.
worse.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
you might as well
right,
just go because, like, if you about to be toe tipping in my son's life, you about to make it worse for him. You
right.
need to be all in or you need to be all out. And I don't mean to sound that like disrespectful, but like his doing this to him is only gonna make him worse. You're messing up my progress. Maybe later on when he's, you know what I mean, I get to where I want, you can integrate back in his life. But like if you, and I understand like certain visits, like I'm not saying with family, certain holidays and all that stuff, but like I know he's hard to be around. I get it. I'm not knocking that my kid is not is easy to just play with, be around. I get it. But I'm not about to have feeling like you just want to hang out with him because you feel bad or like you know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, you surprise your village kind of like dissipates when that diagnose comes around and that realization of like what it looks like comes around. Because like yeah, there is going to be times where I'm going to have to manhandle my son in front of you because he's going to take you out. Like my dad has MS. And the last meltdown I had to carry my son up a driveway, and my dad can barely walk. He kicked my dad's kneecap out. Like not everybody's like able to be around that, which I understand, but it's our reality. Like,
Right, right, yeah. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Hey,
Cause you know what's crazy though? I mean, I don't know if I ever really shared like that, but my son, he has aggression as well too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that just comes with the fact that, they really can't verbalize, a lot of their feelings, their inner thoughts, man. You imagine if you had 10 ideas in your mind, but you can't say anything.
mm-hmm.
You can't tell nobody. And
And
you
like
just get frustrated. Like I don't even know like when my son's stomach hurts or if his head hurts or you know what
what
I
he
mean.
can't process, like
Yeah, he can't tell me that. So then that's where the
mm-hmm,
frustration comes. And my son's
mm-hmm.
6'1", 220. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't we ain't talking about no little kid that's just having a meltdown. He grown man status. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
my
And
kid come up to my shoulders. Like he is a big dude for 7. Like he looking
right,
like he
right,
gonna be 6'6" in life. Like he's a big dude. So I mean,
right,
I'm not saying he's 6'1", but that mofo is strong.
right. Yeah, man. It's definitely,
Yo.
definitely, definitely something that I definitely deal with. I don't really express it much. You know what I'm saying? I do what I got because I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Like it ain't me complaining about it or you know what I'm saying, crying about it ain't gonna do nothing. We just keep on rocking, man. Like you said, some days are better than others. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep ticking. We gonna keep going. You know what I mean? That's all we can do.
hey, Big Mo, just in case, I don't know if you saw the phone number that I actually put onto the screen. I pretty much put
You
that up
cap
there
talking?
for you. Yes, I'm talking. Sorry if you can't hear me, but
I can't hear nothing.
but it's saying you're looking for someone that to help your daughter when it comes to being evaluating and fighting for schools. I'm gonna go ahead and put that message. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back up for you. The Philadelphia Family Voices is a Philadelphia company, is a nonprofit company that deals and works with families just like yourself, that's looking for someone that's there just to help them out when it comes to getting that support and getting that help. Philadelphia Family Voices is a free program to everyone that's in Philadelphia and is there for you as well. So I'm going to constantly put that number back up for the folks. So if you are in need or you are looking for someone to help, Philadelphia Family Voices can be that for you. So I'm going to keep on kind of showing that on the screen. That's the reason why, because these folks will help a whole lot. The end. Bird Gang, what you got for the people?
Hey, listen, thank you guys for sharing, and specifically you, Brittany, because I know Bree was on last year, and one of the things that stuck out to me last year was she took the opportunity to use this platform to acknowledge people that are part of the village that you may have, maybe an individual or a teacher or something like that. Because I mean, we had people hopping on and off last year during our episode for the month. And I just want to make sure you use the platform, take the time to highlight anyone that is in your corner, is part of the village for you and your son.
Um, besides, everyone that stands out to me, that speaks to me about my son, is around my son, who knows my son. Um, I automatically take them as my village. They might not necessarily be advocates in that way, but they're still part of that village just for the love they have alone for my son, which is what I look for. You don't necessarily need to be versed when it comes to the autism spectrum. You don't necessarily need to know what his meltdowns are from, but you just need to have that love for him and that want to know, to understand him, for you to be considered even. You know what I mean? And like the people that are fighting for him now, the people at his school, thank God that we're in this school. It's a private school funded by the district. So like, thank you, Jesus, for this. It's literally, there's no regular ed classes in there. So I'm so thankful for his school. I'm so thankful for the people that are starting to meet him and grow to love him. And I think over time, like, I can rebuild that village that I feel like I lost in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Bree, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear now. I don't know what was
Okay.
going on.
You just keep bouncing back and forth. But I'm with you. I'm with
I'm
you.
so
I'm catching
sorry.
on with you. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, basically, the Bird Gang just, basically, I'm sorry. Oh, well, I don't think he can hear me now. But yeah, Gino's definitely in the building. But, there is, this is the time that if you want to highlight anybody that's in your village, you can go ahead and do that now.
Okay. Well, I feel like I definitely have a big village. Definitely, I feel like, as I said earlier, Rachel has definitely been a big portion of it. I also want to highlight her because I know that she's been going through it as well. I do have a boyfriend who also has a son with special needs, so I do want to highlight him as well because he has been in my corner as of lately. And then my family, my friends, you, Larry, you, Tone, because I feel like we always, you guys are always making sure that you are supporting and vice versa. Um, Lowe's, I definitely feel like Lowe's in general. I feel like we have a big village when it comes to autism parents in there through conversations. Um, but yeah, my aunt, my cousins, my mom. Like I said, I have a big village, so I just appreciate everybody.
No, that's awesome to have.
Now that's awesome, man. Larry, I can't hear, so
Okay.
please forgive me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm actually getting it on a delayed message here because I am on IG on my phone. And shout out to IG. IG is on fire. We have a lot of people hopping on, supporting on IG as well as YouTube. So shout out to you guys. And listen, thank you guys for sharing those stories. I think it's important that anytime, one of the things that I'm big on is making sure that we take certain circumstances and things to this nature and we just pile it on with positivity. And that's why I wanted to take a moment out and ask you guys specifically that question. Who's in that corner? Who's a part of your village? Who's helping out? And who are those supporters? Because we need more of that. We need more of that across the board. Me, myself, like I personally thank you guys for educating me on the autism topic and stuff like that, because I do have family members that deal with this, and it has helped me to have a different approach and be able to reach out to them and see what I can do to help out and understand their situations. And it started all because of this podcast and getting familiar with parents that are dealing with this on a one-on-one basis. And I just want to thank you guys again for taking out the time and being on the podcast, taking our time out of your lives, because obviously you're busy, you have your hands full, and listen, like, thank you guys again. Truly appreciate you guys.
I just
Forgive
wanted
me, I'm
to say
kind of
thanks for having me and like actually taking the time to recognize the month for autism in general, because I feel like it's something that even though everyone knows about it, I feel like it's not really dug into or spoken about enough. And if it was, there wouldn't be like this stigma around it. I just appreciate it.
And look, and this is something that it's really important to us, and we want to uplift y'all guys. Well, as Bree said, as she's kind of bouncing back and forth, I got you, Bree. But
Thank you.
no problem. Regardless, of how much we say, like, I understand. I don't. I don't. But the one thing that I can say is that wherever what you're going through, I'm going to help and support y'all in my capacity that I can. And sometimes that's acknowledging the fact that, yeah, I don't have an answer to everything that you're going through because I'm not going through it myself. But I'm a listening ear for y'all. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to, to try to encourage you to go ahead and keep on going, that's why we're here. We are an outside village to all of this as well. And look, I know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I saw how Tone supported me, how Joel supported me with other situations, and how we go and support like folks like you, Bree, Britt, Sunny D, other families that we know that's out there, and just encourage them. This GNT family is a family for real. As we say, if you're on the show, you are truly family. And we're here to definitely support and uplift y'all in every aspect, especially in this one. But more importantly, I know how tough it is, but all I see is victory from y'all guys. Bree, I know how busy that you are. I'm not going to put your business out there of
Listen,
everything that you do. I'm not going to do that. But I will say, I know personally how busy you are, how much sleep you get, and how much you run all around, and you're still doing your thing. And there's still victory coming your way when it comes to your son. That's amazing. And Britt, look, you already know where we're at, sis. We already know where you're at. And I see how you fight every single day. I've been there when you gotten those phone calls from the school. I know your fight and I know what you bring. And I'm definitely proud and uplifting both of y'all ladies for the work that y'all guys do and the fight that y'all guys have for your children. And I learned today how much y'all guys fight your own selves because y'all want to stop yourself for reacting the way that you normally would if that was someone else doing what they were doing. So I learned that today. So I appreciate y'all guys so much. So I'm gonna go right back to you, Bree. You can hear me again now, right?
yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, thank God. Oh, Jesus.
I was going through for a second. I said, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, you was in and out, but it's all right. It's all right. Oh, Sean, look, I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you being here with us. Look at that. Sean is also giving a whole bunch of love as well to y'all ladies. Also to Tone as well, I'm pretty sure. But Sean, you never let us go online alone, brother. So we definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you once again for being here with us. Once again, as Joel said, everything is going on with our IG family. We appreciate y'all guys as well for tuning in. Y'all guys already answered one of my questions that I had is like how friends and family, can support y'all guys. I think you already answered that, which is great when it comes to Joel's question. But what message of encouragement do y'all guys have of hope, that y'all want to leave to other parents or other guardians when it comes to their children that's on the spectrum?
I want to say definitely find an advocate. I feel like that's very important. Find your person that can be there with you in those rooms, in the IEP rooms when you're denying the signature, people that are going to hold your hand through it. And then again, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel through those emotions because we are human. Um, if you're in the process of it, um, it'll get better. There's going to be moments where, the depression is going to hit, the what ifs, the grief, but it will get better. And then just lean on your people. Find your village. I know Brittany said hers is very limited, but you found one, I'm assuming through your job. So find your village, lean on them, lean in on them, and just be raw and uncut. Because at the end of the day, the people, like Brittany said earlier, they don't want to be around that. Well, then respectfully, you don't have to be around it. I don't want you around my child then anyways. So find the people that your child's gonna tell you too, with his aura or her aura, the rooms that you should be in. So just follow your child's lead as well. And then just, embrace it because this journey, God handpicks us for it. So
Right, Larry, I can't hear you, but I heard everything Bree just said, and I just want to take out a moment because on IG is the comments are on fire right now. But specifically, I am Sunny D wants to get in contact with you two young ladies to exchange information because she obviously has the kids on a spectrum and she has some things that she's doing to help things go a little smoother. So we'll make sure we get get y'all information connected to each other. And this is one of the reasons why, me and Tone and Larry specifically talked about taking out this month every single year. This is normally a sports podcast, but we understand the importance and understanding that it just supersedes the importance of anything that's happening in the sports world, in my opinion, and taking out at least, that whole month and highlighting things that we can highlight and basically building some type of network where if one person gets the help that they need, we did our job. You know what I mean? It's not our job or anything like that. It's just the right thing to do. So
Right.
thank you guys again. And I'll definitely Ty is actually on here making sure that she made sure that for I'm Sunny D's to make sure that we all get the information so they could help each other out in any way possible. And that's what that's what it's all about.
And Brett, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the baton right over to you. Any words that you want to leave to other families, and just I guess your own way of encouragement to the other families and advice.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Bree said. It is okay not to be okay. Sometimes I have to walk away from my son like a teenager so he can just, I need to take a minute. We're human. And I will also say that love that you have for your child is what you use to fight. That is what you use to get up every day, knowing that you want to make a good life for them, knowing that you want to give them a fighting chance. That is the fight that you use. As hard as it is, it does get better. And if it doesn't get better for long and it gets worse again, it will get better again. You just have to ride that roller coaster. And in the end of the day, as scary as the roller coaster is, you got to make it worth it for your child. So just keep fighting. Never stop being the voice for your child. Never stop being the advocate for your child. Find the village that you have, even if mine is limited. Just conversating with the person at the park who you see with a talking device is sometimes enough for me to bring me into work crying because it's nice to connect like that. Those moments, even if in public, those moments when they see my son with the autism shirt on and they recognize and they're sweet to him, those are the moments that you cling on to, you hold on to, and use those to keep pushing forward.
Great advice. Joel, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. And I've been over here just managing on IG and getting the message delayed. So I actually heard everything that she said, man. And look, man, I'm pumped about this episode. You already know. But I mean, look, man, like she got two screens up there. She's like, I'm getting on here somehow. But it keeps it like when someone logs off, it kicks the other person off. I think that's what's going on. For as far as like hearing and stuff like that. But what was your question, Kat?
Oh, if you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now clearly.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I had to jump out and roll back in. I used the opportunity when was Britt was putting out some good info. Take advantage of the close up. Anyway, episode 132. What does it really mean to us? It means absolutely everything. And I'm happy that the last day of the month, of this particular month, happened to land on a Wednesday, which is perfect for us because we was able to bring forth this conversation that's 100% needed. I mean, to the people that's, all the way in the back. And it's funny because there's so many people in this world that refuse to say ow when it hurts. They just want to go and take that pain and just keep on rolling with it. But if it hurts, it's all right. Say ow. Someone may have that bandage that you need. And that bandage could be, when it comes to this conversation, could be these folks right here. Once again, I'm 100% the advocate when it comes to these folks here, Philadelphia Family Voices. The phone number is right there, 484-228-1229. Once again, 484-228-1229. The awesome thing about this company, once again, is that all of their services are 100% free. If it's free, then it's for me. And more importantly, if it's free, then it could be that lifeline that you need in order for you to go ahead and move forward with your sibling, with your family member, with your friend, with your neighbor, with whomever that may need it. Take advantage of the services. Trust me, when we had a good old conversation with the president of this company last year, and I wish we had more time, but we could have talked to her again because she's such an awesome lady. The things that she has gone through for her own child, all the lawsuits that she had to put through, all of the, battles with the teachers, just like you, Britt, just like you, Bree, all those things that y'all guys had to go through, with all the things that y'all guys are going through, she went through it. And she's running the company with that knowledge and giving that knowledge to the people that's out there that needs it. So put it out there. The information is there. You'll definitely find this information on our Instagram page later on. It's right there once again. Once again, if it hurts, it's all right to say ow. It's all right. Reach for that bandage and just get it moving. So we're going to get ready to go ahead and shut this thing down. We've been talking for 53 minutes. I think we managed to actually ask about 3 questions, but there were so potent of answers. I think it was necessary. Ladies, we appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having me.
And I don't know if you can hear me again, Bree, but I appreciate you, lady. Yeah, I think she does.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I didn't hear Brittany,
Oh,
but I heard you.
She said thank you.
She's on mute. That's why I don't know if she
took herself off mute.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, thanks for having me.
But thank you for having me.
Cool.
So this is the time where we normally go ahead and shut this thing officially down. I'm gonna go and check IG real quick just to make sure that everything is there. Author T said, "Thank you, ladies, for your vulnerability, and your transparency." And I think in this time of year, especially like this month, that's necessary. We all need to see, each other's stories in order for us to know that you're not by yourself. And I think that was key tonight. One of the key points tonight was to just highlight the fact that y'all guys are not by yourselves. There's more people that's fighting the same exact battle that y'all guys are fighting and winning those battles, or have won those battles, to just encourage y'all guys to keep on fighting, because you know that there's people that won at the end of the day. So there you go. Tonight was definitely a uniting of a conversation. So we really appreciate y'all guys. So with that being said, it's about that time. I think I'm going to start off with Bree this time. Bree, any last words you want to tell the people?
Just thank you for having me again. Good luck to everybody's journey and stay blessed.
Your turn, Britt.
Thanks for having me. And those who have the spectrum in their family or around them, don't stop being transparent.
Hey, yo, thank you guys for tuning in on another episode of GNT Sports Talk, but highlighting Autism Awareness Month. Don't let it stop here. Do what you can, do your part. Help your family, friends, co-workers, whatever it may be. Just get involved any way you can. But, more importantly, just take the few things that these young ladies said today and, just use it, put it into good use. Listen, thank you guys for helping me out understanding a little bit more about autism awareness. And, thank you guys for just having the courage to even coming on this platform and sharing your stories. Thank you. God bless.
I'm going to do, well, maybe not do, because that was starting to be a really pause moment. So I'm going to go ahead and change my words. I'm going to say a line that Tone would say. Okay, I can't say this smooth as Tone. It's me, Tone. I'm promoter. This is what I do. So, that's what I do. So I promote Laugh the Pain Away. You can find all the information right there on IG at Tone the Promoter. It's no longer free wine, but you got a free smile from me because I'm there every single time with Ken Jones and the other comedians and stuff. So be there. Tone the Promoter. I'm out. Was that a good impression? No?
No.
I thought it was him.
Yeah, that's it. Tone gonna kill me for that one. Oh man, my goodness. To my IG family, appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and being part of the conversation. Sunny D, Lady T's, that's the first lady. All our people. I saw D-Boy on there earlier. We appreciate every single one of y'all. As soon as I start naming individuals, I start getting myself in trouble. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. My YouTube family, we appreciate every single one of y'all. Even the kind of weird comments that came up a couple times on here that I did not show. I even appreciate y'all. They go to show that y'all guys were watching. So we appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope this episode was a blessing to you. I hope this episode was encouragement to you, and I hope this episode just strengthens you to keep on doing what y'all guys do best, which is be those awesome support systems that these children, that these people need in this world. So we thank y'all so much. Brittany, Bree, I love y'all to the hills and back, and I'm always here for y'all. You already know what it's in for. So I'm about to close this segment down. Just in case Bree and Brittany do not get off the pod. Stay there, okay? So we can finish everything up. To everyone else, God bless y'all so much. Until next time, GNT Sports Talk. We out.